Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back. Another offering made to the Dark Gods and a tithe paid to the Imperium at the same time? Sheesh. Also, we are so back. Hell yeah, Wolf. Another sub 18 months in a row. My goat. Gotta play both sides because of Custodes. Fair. Alright, today we're back to painting Night Lords. So, last week I painted up these guys, or this singular model. And I painted the trim gold. I think I'm going for more of a brass color now. So he's gonna get, his trim is gonna get repainted. But that's okay. I've got 6 Night Lords here for the full kill team. So yeah, I'll just be finishing up their, finishing up base coating their trim. And trying to get these models done as a part of my prep for painting the Chaos Lord with Jump Pack. Huh. Prayed for times like these? Hell yeah. Let me just look up the box art real quick too. Because there are some parts on the model that I'm trying to figure out if I should also apply the brass color to. For example, the helmet. There's a lot of details on the helmet. Kind of just want to see what they did on the box art. I'm guessing the trim on the chain glaive as well should probably be the same brass color. But I'm going to do a quick check for the box art. See what they did, because usually that looks pretty good. Let's see here. Oh, the wings on the helmet are also the brass color. That's good to know. Currently I'm looking for the Meltagun. Because what's weird about the Meltagun is it has this trim, but on top there's no real differentiation between the trim and the rest of the gun. So I think I just have to paint a straight line there, because I don't think the whole thing should be the brass color. Okay. Good to know. While I'm here with the Melta-Gunner, just fill in the helmet wings here. And they also do the, like, the snarling bat faceplate as the brass color, which looks pretty cool. They use more Horus Heresy-esque heads. Yeah. And the skull faces? The skull faces are pretty cool. I am a little bit disappointed in the new Murder Wing kit that they didn't give more, like, Night Lord specific bits. You know, the Nemesis Claw kill team came with a full sprue of, like, Night Lord bits. And I think that's still the only kit where you actually get, like, Night Lord specific bits. For 40k. Which is a little weird, if you ask me. Hey, what's up? I'm Nash. Paying your tithes to the Imperium. As you should. And Dark Mage? Sheesh. 1 year and 26 days following? Let's go. Painting up some Night Lords today. I did, yeah. Just a couple. I think my plan... I still don't know what to do with the tithes paid and offerings to the dark gods. Someday I'll set something up with that. But for now, it will just accumulate points. Did you hear about the Drukhari Battalion box? The one that you got? Yeah, I did hear. The Realm Space Raiders. Alright, I'm currently setting up some paint for touch-ups because it is inevitable while painting trim that you will need to do some touch-ups. Oh! That's actually funny. They just shipped them out without without the models. I mean, it's not funny, but it is funny, you know? I did briefly see something about the boxes being recalled, but I didn't really pay much attention to it, because I was like, I didn't buy the box. And yeah, I didn't see why they were recalling them. Maybe after a certain milestone to paint a Chaos or Imperium model. Yeah, that's one of the thoughts, is that I'll paint a model for that faction at a certain point. Another thought I had was creating a border for the stream. So like when you get to a certain milestone, the border would have like a Chaos corrupted border to the stream for like a week. But that would require me to make said Chaos corrupted border. So, you know. And I have a feeling, just based on how the numbers look, the stream would be Chaos corrupted quite often. I just bought some Zinch dice today. Sheesh. I had a lot of self-control, yo. Totally not because I'm biding my time until for the Ossiarch Bone Reapers to release. Yeah. That's gonna be an awesome release. More tides paid. Gotta make up for it. Sadly, Dark Mage has been putting in some serious work for offerings to the Dark Gods. But I think I still have a subscription to like Adobe Illustrator. I'll just have to look into it a little bit more. But spending the rest of my channel points right now, yeah. The only one who's paid tithes to the Imperium, yeah. Dark Mage counteracting with an offering to the Dark Gods, yeah. Yeah. Do not resist, yo. But I also have to come up with some for some of the Xenos factions as well. Your local GW store still has a Shadowhunt box? Bro, that's crazy. And you still haven't picked it up, huh? That might be even crazier. Almost full set Eldari today. Yeah, with the Eldari Corsairs box. I want the Sisters Kill team. The Curse Claw makes me puke. Your whispers of damnation cannot tempt me, scum. Yo. Facts. A true bastion of the Imperium. Yo, Dark Mage. The Curse Claw is an optional build. You don't have to build it. It's okay. The Curse Claw can't hurt you. Oh man, I drank a full coffee right before stream. And I'm a little jittery from it. Which makes painting trim a little difficult. All good though. We're just on hard mode today. Gotta up the difficulty every once in a while, you know? Can't have painting be too easy. Yeah, I was going to pick that up along with the Blades of Cain, Fire Dragon, Fugan, and a Wraith Knight. Sheesh! The full send. God. Full send. Okay. I mean, I'm all for it. I think the Eldari are sick. So. I think arguably painting small things is hard. It is. You guys aren't on 24/7 hard mode? I want a full refund? Yeah. Alright, this guy's looking pretty good here. Honestly, the worst part about doing trim is that it takes 2 coats, you know? It wouldn't be nearly as bad if I only had to do one coat of paint. Alright. Done. Only takes 2 coats if you thin your metallics. Yeah, this is a public service announcement. Thin your metallic paints. When you get the Eldar box, can you give me updates on the Karazeth model? Yes, I can. Karazeth and Uriel are 100% of the reason why I got the box. So... Hey, another Prime sub for 12 months in a row? I appreciate it, Sleepy. You're the GOAT. Almost lovely into bad finance. Is a dangerous dude, yeah. Dude, I also love his datasheet ability. Or their datasheet ability. God, what's the name? I forgot that. I totally forgot the name. It's like... Hold up. I need the psychic phase back in 11th? Facts. My goodness. Alright, I was trying to find the Karazeth datasheet, but I can't find it, so... Lol. They do have new detachments. And the new detachments are pretty cool. They have a lot of... And the datasheet and the detachments are for, like, mixed... Corsair and like Eldari forces, so it's not just Corsair models that get the detachment rules, which is nice, because there really aren't enough Corsair models to have a full army, right? But they have a lot of awesome stuff like advanced shoot and charge. They have stuff like deep strike and recalling from the board up into the sky type of shenanigans. They can booby trap objectives so that when an enemy like walks onto it, they take, you know, mortal wounds and stuff, which is a lot of fun. Especially as a pirate themed force, like booby trapping objectives is very thematic. They have ways to make objectives sticky, so that they don't have to sit out in the open on objectives, right? Like, which is the worst part of playing as Eldari, right? The fragile elves really don't want to stand on objectives. So, some cool stuff for sure. Not that it will really be around for that long, but classic stick a vehicle on it, yeah. They also have Corsair enhancements, like that work a little bit differently from normal enhancements, and they do that because the only two Corsair leader options are named characters, so they wouldn't normally be able to take enhancements. And essentially, it's like you can give enhancements to whoever you want. You can even put enhancements on, like, a regular Corsair Reaver squad, right? The enhancement would just go on, like, the sergeant, or like the leader of that squad, which is pretty cool because it means that you can have units with multiple enhancements on them, because, like, say you're attaching Uriel to a squad of like Void Reavers, The Void Reavers can take an enhancement, and Uriel can take an enhancement. Another offering to the Dark God? Dark Gods, plural? Our Skin Thief looking pretty good. On to the next one. Hey, no worries, Dark Mage. I'll be streaming again tomorrow, so yeah, hopefully I'll see you then. Have a great rest of your night, though. Have I used a wash on them? I have not. So far, all I've done is I base coated So, okay. They started black. I applied a covering of Nagaroth Knight. Then I did a Zenithal of Cantor Blue and a more like reserved Zenithal of blue. And now I'm doing the trim. But yeah, that kind of like layering up gives you like a really nice starting point. With like volumetric highlights. I will come in and do some more highlights. Probably. I mean, I'll at least do edge highlights. But as for a wash, I might just not do a wash. I think they look pretty good the way they are. I could do a like an oil wash kind of thing with I have the Tamiya panel liner. So I might drop that. It works especially well with these kinds of models because of the amount of trim. A lot of the panel liner works great with a lot of trim because it just runs along the edge, right? And gets you that nice separation between the different parts. All right, this guy was the fear monger. That's right. Now we're painting trim on the Visionary. And the Visionary is a pretty awesome model in Kill Team. Because it really leans into the fact that on some level Night Lords can see the future. Which creates some like really thematic and like really powerful rules in Kill Team. Which you'll love to see. Tessimus proxy, got it. Yep. And on top of that, it's a marine stat line with a plasma pistol and a power sword. Which it doesn't get a whole lot better than that, you know? That's a pretty top tier data sheet. The real question is, what do I paint these skulls on his backpack? When in doubt, I could just go the trim color. Probably a safe move. Oh, really? Sheesh. I can do that. Even these ones, like on the sides? I mean, that's sick. Very Night Lordy indeed. Oops. It was a lot of Wraithbone then Skeleton Horde. That's a good combo. I tend to use Seraphim Sepia. Actually, speaking of which, I hope I have another Seraphim Sepia, because I am almost out. But it's essentially the same as Skeleton Horde. So it looks like they just got him? Yeah, hey. It'd be like that sometimes. The Nemesis Claw kill team has a rule called skin capes. Which is like if you would kill an enemy operative, you like take their skin. Like right then and there. And it gives you a buff for the rest of the game, which is like absolutely brutal. But super thematic? So, yeah. It'd be like that sometimes. Just Night Lord things, you know? Very thematic, lol, yeah. Yeah, the ones on the shoulder pads are a little interesting, because like I think in the box art they paint them white. I painted this one like bone color. I think the bone color looks alright. The white does look very clean though. 1 year, 5 months, and 15 days. Holy. And the Visionary really does have like the craziest looking power sword. Ended up painting most of it. This brass color. We'll see if that was the right decision. I might change it later. Maybe paint the bone looking stuff like an actual bone color. Going to make it a chain glaive? That would look pretty sick. Yeah, it's a really nice upgrade sprue, actually. And you could probably sell the Legionary part, and like if you're just using it for kit bashing, you could probably sell the Legionary bodies for something to get some money back if you really wanted to. But it would certainly be a lot cheaper than trying to just buy the upgrade sprue. Because I looked for that, and boy howdy, is the Nemesis Claw upgrade sprue expensive. I think I'm gonna have to rip this guy off his base, actually. Hey, what's up, Moon Exorcism? How's it going? Welcome in, for sure, for sure. My only gripe is the heads. Yeah, that they don't have the skull masks. Like the Horus Heresy models do. Alright, let's see here. I'm gonna find my hobby knife here. So I can detach this guy from his base. Your cape looks awesome, but it makes him impossible to paint. Maybe 11th edition you get a codex? Maybe, you know? They've been doing, yeah, they did. They've been doing like Iron Warriors. They did Corsairs. So like, you know, it's definitely an option. You can say moon? Fair enough. How's it going though, Moon? You doing good? You got any hobbying going on? Still upset about the combat patrol? Yeah. They definitely could have done a little bit better with the Night Lord's combat patrol. I think we're looking pretty good here trim-wise. For the Visionary, we got one more guy with trim. Some Emperor's Children and some Nemclaw. Nice. Horus Heresy Blood Angels project. Sheesh. Bro, you got a lot going on. That sounds sick, though. No Raptors or Warp Talons is just diabolical. I agree. I don't know why they didn't put in the, like the Murder Wing kit. Like if it was too early from the Murder Wing kit being released to like put it into a combat patrol, like just wait on the combat patrol, you know? They could have changed the Chosen kit for a Raptor kit, yeah, and that would have been much more like Night Lordy, you know? I mean, and plus they have the Chaos Lord on jump pack in there that like can't really join any of the squads. But all good. All good. Yeah, facts. So there's a link to a Discord in there if you want to join, just so that you can show off some of your models that you're working on. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, you can see me painting Nemesis Claw. I want to see you paint Nemesis Claw. Yeah, that would be an amazing combat patrol for Kill Team. Like, if it had both Murder Wing and Nemclaw. Because, like, additionally, with the Nemesis Claw kit, you can proxy like legionaries with it. For the most part, like, there are some models in the Legionary Kill Team that you can't build with the Nemclaw kit, like the Balefire Acolyte and whatever. But like for the most part, you can pretty easily proxy a Legionary's Kill Team. So like you could potentially buy one combat patrol and get like 3 kill teams out of it, which would have been awesome. I do like the fact that like each of the new combat patrols did come with a kill team. I think that's good for the game. But even if it was a little weird that like the Red Corsairs combat patrol came with Felgor for some reason. I need to finish painting the Nemesis Claw? Yeah. Oh, man. I will say... Yeah, missed opportunity, yeah. If you are looking to get into Kill Team, Nemesis Claw is a pretty awesome kill team to start with. They have a lot of fun rules. We are so close. I will say I've been kind of moving towards Pro Acryl instead of Citadel paints. But Pro Acryl, I don't think has a nice brass color like this. So there are some colors that I just might have to stick with Citadel. Because they just don't exist in other paint brands. And Rune Lord Brass is a really nice color. Oops. Hey, what's going on, Grunt? Thanks for the follow. What are your favorite legions? Mine are Dark Angels, Night Lords, and Blood Angels. They don't all fit together, I know. Hey, fair enough. My favorite is Dark Angels. 100%. Yeah. Let me go grab my lion real quick. I don't have a lot of Horus Heresy models, but I do have some. And Dark Angels, far and away my favorite legion, and 40k chapter. Here's the lion that I painted up. This guy, a banger. Incredible model to paint. And, I mean, he's the lion. And then I have a Contemptor Dread, or a Relic Contemptor Dread, because yeah, the chapter Relic Contemptors that they came out with for Horus Heresy, incredible. Like, they knocked it out of the park with those. Hey there, Dark Angels on top? Hell yeah. First Legion, best Legion. Say less. Night Lords and Blood Angels do kind of fit. They do. I mean, they're more similar than you'd think. Got that same model, just too scared to paint it. Wow, yeah, it's definitely intimidating to paint the models. I have the 40K lion model that I haven't started yet. Just because it's a big project that I don't want to commit to until I've finished some other projects. Yeah, the standard that was never met. Don't ask a Dark Angel what he was doing. Yeah. Jump packs, check. Crazy as fuck, check. Dead Primarch, check. Rip. Rip. I mean, I don't think they're vampiric. And I'm pretty sure. But they do have that, like, I mean, they do have like the fanged aesthetic on their helmets and all that. And they will absolutely tear your body apart after they kill you. The first Warhammer book I read was a lion, and I liked. Yeah, the lion's pretty sick, and it's pretty awesome that they brought him back. Not that I'm biased or anything. Now that I'm thinking about it, the winged helmets, the fanged feet, the pale skin, and the black hair, yeah. Yeah, it's, And I've seen a lot of, like, really cool conversions with, like, the Age of Sigmar, Vampire Lord models and Night Lords, because aesthetically they share a lot of similarities. Space bats, yeah. Just his slot was peak, yeah. He really did pull up out of nowhere just to clap Abaddon, or sorry, Angron. Different A chaos name. Oh boy. I can see it. The light at the end of the tunnel. Execute on that man? Yeah, facts. Parry to break posture. Execute. We love some good parry mechanics in a game. The lightning? I do have to. That is part of the Night Lord painting that I have not dipped my toes into yet. Probably gonna do that tomorrow. Tomorrow will be like lightning day. Oh no, I met at the end of the tunnel. Got it. Oh, that's so funny, actually. Damn. I missed it. And we're getting a little sloppy at the end here, too. Ugh. Cantor, whatever I use for edge highlighting, Baharoth, and then white. Yeah. That's a good strat. My biggest thing with painting lightning is getting the pattern down. So that it actually looks like lightning. Like painting the different, like the arcs of lightning branching off. I need to take a sec to look at some lightning to figure out what does lightning even look like, you know? The harder I find it to dislike different factions, yeah. There's a lot to like. For sure. Of course, there are some factions that I do dislike. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of, like, Nurgle and stuff. Aesthetically and whatnot. But I can definitely vibe with most factions. Came with embossed lightning? No, I don't think so. I feel like that would look too busy. And I think that you could very easily end up with like yeah, you could very easily end up with the model looking way too busy. And like part of it is like as a hobbyist you would like to like choose where the lightning goes and how much lightning you put on the model. They could probably do transfers though that would be really nice. Like yeah, do some transfers that you can put on with lightning, that way you can put it on wherever you want. And it would probably look pretty good. My favorite faction is usually the punching bag. Oof. Yeah, it would take away some of the creativity. Yeah, maybe though, like yeah, I don't know. I also like transfers though. I know some people aren't the biggest fan of transfers, but I think they're fairly easy to apply if you have like microset and microsol. And they tend to look pretty good. So yeah, especially newer people trying to paint lightning for newer hobbyists is definitely not a good time. The big Night Lord's transfer sheet does come with lightning? Oh, does it? Yeah, I just have the generic Chaos Space Marines transfer sheet, and it does not come with lightning. How do you even get the big Night Lord's transfer sheet? Is that like a Horus Heresy thing? Tau collector used to being which people dislike, yo. It is Horus Heresy? Got it. That makes sense. Horus Heresy does have some cool transfer sheets. That are like kind of hidden, you know? Like sometimes it's hard to find those things. Alright, what do I even do with this banner? I just like my big robots. Hey, I get it. Yeah, you have to scroll all the way to the bottom to get to the transfer. Yeah. All brass. Yeah, I am also a fan of big stompy robots, but I roll with Chaos Knights instead of Tau. Not that knights are much more liked than Tau, right? Mostly just because people hate playing against knights. But big stompy robots are cool, so you know. I think a lot of the Death Guard helmet designs are cool. I agree. I just don't like them enough to like overcome my dislike of the Nurgle aesthetic. I get why Knights players dislike Tau. Yeah, you do kind of get cooked sometimes by Tau. Yeah, Emperor's Children, yeah. To bully a knight, yeah. All right. Thinking that's looking pretty good as far as a base coat goes for the trim. Now we can kind of relax and slap on some washes. That's a cool Titanic tag. Rail shot, rail shot, rail shot, yeah. Have you seen the new Tau yet? Yeah, the new Tau models look pretty cool. They're big robots, awesome. They have cool poses. You love to see it. Already a big W. Ah, jeez. Okay. Yeah, it's a nice thing to add though to like the Tau arsenal. Considering they really don't have a lot of options for melee. So it's a nice to have, for sure. Alright, I think I'm gonna slap on a quick wash onto the trim here. Fusion blades and stuff, yeah. That'd be cool. Fistfish, yeah. Choose violence. To be fair, that is a lot of 40k lore. Choose violence. An ion shotgun within charge distance? Yeah, thanks. You know, actually, I'll just stick on this guy for a sec. My batch painting patience has reached its limit. For the day. Like, nothing against batch painting, but the speed with which a model can, like, really come together when you just focus on one guy is so nice. Gotta get that feeling of accomplishment. Keep the motivation up. Yeah, it's very interesting the amount of both the amount of trim and the amount of like undersuit that's showing on the Chaos models. Is that just like a Horus Heresy armor style thing? Did the older marks of Space Marine models just have more undersuit showing? Probably. For whoever makes them all, yeah. So the question is, is the trim a result of Chaos corruption? Or did they modify their armor to include Chaos trim? Maybe both? That's a good option. They saw, like, the heavily mutated, like, Chosen and decided to modify their armor to mimic the Chaos corruption that was on, like, the Chosen. Could be an option. It would be cool if there was some lore to back up that statement, but I'm not sure that there is. Oh, hydrate. Thank you. Thank you for the water. Give me a sec here. I am only allowed to drink water when people redeem hydrate. So this is my 1 sip of water for the week. Thank you. We're looking nice. You did too much? No! That's always tough. It is a very fine line between like having a well highlighted model and too much highlighting. Usually at that point, I have like a contrast paint to apply over top to like kind of knock things back. So I think for Night Lords, I would use something like thin down some Azurman blue. To like apply as a filter over top everything. That way it would like knock back some of the highlights and get you that darker blue back, but you wouldn't be like, you then wouldn't have to like start over, right? You would just be done at that point. Usually the route I go for when I highlight too much. And actually, a good amount of the time, I just bake that process into my painting. Because it can, like, it smooths out and blends some of your layers. Which is, like, kind of a nice bonus to doing that method of painting. So it will look darker. Got it. That works too. Alright, this guy's at that nice battle ready stage. The goal is to kind of have all of the models, most, if not all of the models to this point by tomorrow. And then tomorrow will be like taking the blue armor a little bit further and doing some lightning. Kind of give them a little more pizzazz. Add some seasoning, you know? An offering made to the dark gods? They appreciate it. Mom, I want to be a demon prince one day. Yo, facts. Hopefully one day the gods will recognize the sacrifices that you've made to them. And you will be rewarded. One day, Bags. One day. He's looking okay. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. It's always good when things work out like that. Alright, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here for the day. Yeah, I got the Skin Thief into a good spot. The other models here should be fairly quick to also get into the kind of battle ready state. And then tomorrow I will be working on their armor and painting some lightning. So yeah, as always, thank you all for hanging out. Special thanks to Moon and Grunts for the new follows. And then also Sleepy and Wolf for resubscribing. I appreciate it. They're looking great already? Yeah. I think so too. I'm pretty happy with how they're coming along. But yeah, until next time, I hope you all have a great rest of your days. Bye!